Hi, this is Mayor Jen Miles. Today I'd like to give a brief recap of some of the important items that were discussed last night at the April 2nd City Council meeting. But before I do that, I have an important announcement. The City Council is moving back to City Hall, and at our next meeting on April 16th, we're going to have a ribbon cutting here at 310 North 4th Street to celebrate the remodeling of our chambers and the fact that we're coming home to City Hall. So I hope you can join us. There are a couple of other announcements because spring has sprung and it's a good time to be outside. And we have some good events coming on this month at Centennial Park. And the first one that I'll mention is on April 13th, and that is the city joining KRMC and the Mojave County Department of Health to have a walk in the park. This is basically a healthy living fair, and everyone is invited to come and walk the path at Centennial Park, where there'll be vendors that are giving information and tips on healthy living. Hope you can join us on that day. And the next event everyone's familiar with, which is on April 20th, the Easter egg hunt. And the Venture Club of Kingman is sponsoring that, and we are hosting it at Centennial Park. There are softball fields for ages 1 to 4, 5 to 9, and 10 and up. And so everyone in the family is invited for a fun time. It's at 11 o'clock in the morning on the 20th. Now back to the council items that were discussed. First, the council appointed Ms. Regina Garcia to the Clean City Commission, and we really thank her for her willingness to come on board and be a part of the commission team. Mrs. Garcia is a retired RN who contributes greatly to our community through her volunteerism, and we welcome her. Another subject that was discussed is that the council approved a contract for the mill and fill of Andy Devine from the intersection of Stockton Hill up to Michael Street, which is basically where the ADOT portion of the road takes over. Andy Devine was originally a 3-year mill and fill project, but because of the cancellation of residential streets, the city is going to use the remaining funds from the sales tax to complete part of this Andy Devine project. It's our major tourism route, and so we want to use these resources there. And so it will be utilizing the funds that are still available in this fiscal year. Last night, the council also discussed the potential for a management contract between the City of Kingman Fire Department and the Northern Arizona Consolidated Fire District. It's a model that's already being used in Flagstaff, and we were fortunate to have Chief Gaylord here to tell us their experience about working together between the City of Flagstaff Fire Department and Summit District Fire Department. And that's gone very well for several years now. They are still evolving that, and he shared a lot of information that will help us as a council and a community consider this option as we move forward. And finally, there were several proclamations last evening for the same week, actually, April 8th through April 12th. The first proclamation was in recognition of the National Work Zone Awareness Week. And this is really important to our city because we have a lot of work zones, especially on Stockton Hill right now. So this proclamation asks us all to recognize that there are far too many accidents and fatalities associated with work zones, and to remember to slow down and take a lot of caution when we are navigating through those zones so that we all get home safely, including all the people that are working in those work zones. And the second proclamation was for the Week of the Young Child. And this was a proclamation to celebrate those entities that are really helping support children and families so that our youngest citizens, birth through 5, get all of the support that we can give them to become the most productive adults that they can be. And so Aaron Taylor from First Things First accepted this proclamation, but it also recognizes WACOG, Head First, the school districts, and all that are associated with the efforts with our young children. And everyone is encouraged to support them in their efforts. Thank you for your time. I look forward to talking again with you soon, and also hope to see you when we have the ribbon cutting at City Hall on April 16th.